Ah, the rumbling sound of an engine, the gleaming curves of a finely crafted machine. There's something magical about a car that blends speed with style. But what if I told you the story behind this world-changing masterpiece wasn't just about engineering, but also about a passionate man who dared to challenge the giants of his time? Welcome back to Niello. Today is a tale full of grit, glory, and, yes, a little bit of luxury. Buckle up, this is the story of a man who turned his dream into a legend and created a machine that made hearts race and heads turn. A man whose name is now synonymous with power, precision, and, well, a lot of leather seats. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of dreams, ambition, and of course supercars. Like, smash the subscribe button and comment for various or specific breakdowns you'd want.
From tractors to turbocharged triumphs. Welcome back to Niallo.
Our story begins in the quiet fields of Italy, far away from the roaring engines of racetracks. Welcome back to Niello. Meet Ferruccio, a man whose name might not ring any bells, at least not yet. Born into a humble farming family, Ferruccio Lamborghini was no stranger to hard work. At a young age, he took his first step into the world of mechanics by fixing his family's tractors. Now, don't let the word tractors fool you. Ferruccio had an innate understanding of engines and a knack for improving them. As a teenager, he didn't just tinker with engines, he mastered them. He even went on to create a successful business, turning out high-performance agricultural machines that changed the farming game forever. But here's the twist in the plot. Success didn't satisfy Ferruccio. No, he wanted more. He craved speed. He craved luxury. So naturally, he turned his sights from tractors to something a little faster. Cars. Ferruccio Lamborghini, having made his fortune in the farming industry, purchased a luxurious sports car to reflect his newfound wealth. But here's where the story really takes off. The car? A Ferrari? The problem? It didn't meet Ferruccio's high standards. From the clunky clutch to the rough ride, Ferruccio couldn't stand the imperfections. And so, the legend was born. He marched straight to Ferrari's doorstep, demanding that they improve their designs. What happened next? Well, let's just say Enzo Ferrari wasn't exactly thrilled by Ferruccio's bold criticism. In fact, he belittled him, saying, "You're just a tractor maker. What do you know about sports cars?" If you've ever wondered where the fuel for ambition comes from, it's probably moments like these. Ferruccio was offended. But instead of sulking, he turned his anger into action. And so, in a small workshop in Italy, Ferruccio Lamborghini began crafting his vision. This wasn't just any car, it was a car that would rival the best of the best. It would be fast, powerful, and, dare we say, luxurious. The Lamborghini brand was born. A man's frustration with the existing order turned into a revolutionary masterpiece.
The engine of innovation.
Fast forward to the early days of Lamborghini's new venture. Armed with nothing but raw talent, a relentless drive for perfection, and an eye for luxury, Ferruccio set out to create something that would turn heads, and not just because of its speed. No, he wanted more than just a quick car. He wanted a machine that could match performance with elegance, and that's exactly what he did. The first Lamborghini model, the 350 GT, while its name might not ring bells to everyone, it was the car that put Lamborghini on the map. With a sleek design, powerful engine, and impeccable craftsmanship, the 350 GT challenged everything Ferrari had been known for. But it wasn't just about performance, it was about making a statement. Now let's talk about how Ferruccio really shook up the automotive industry. Remember that whole thing with Ferrari's clutch? Well, Ferruccio wasn't just venting, he was doing something about it. His engineers designed a car that solved those little issues that the so-called experts overlooked. And as if that wasn't enough, they added some serious power under the hood. Lamborghini's 350 GT wasn't just another sports car. It was a finely tuned machine that represented innovation at its peak. But Ferruccio wasn't stopping there. Oh no. His ambition was only just beginning to roar. He saw that the market was ripe for a car that wasn't just about performance, but also about prestige. And so, Lamborghini crafted a car that would not only be a speed demon, but a symbol of luxury itself. Enter the Lamborghini Miura, perhaps the most iconic of the early Lamborghini models. With a mid-mounted V12 engine and a sleek, low-profile design, It captured the imagination of car enthusiasts everywhere. The Miura wasn't just a car, it was a work of art. And Ferruccio? Well, he was no longer just a tractor maker. He had become an automotive mogul, and with every rev of the engine, his name was solidifying its place in history.
Challenges, rivals, and roadblocks.
But let's not forget, the road to success is rarely smooth, especially when you're up against the likes of Ferrari, a company that had been dominating the sports car market for decades. The Lamborghini brand faced several challenges in its early years. Rivalries were fierce, and Ferruccio had to constantly prove that his vision wasn't just a flash in the pan. In fact, his commitment to building the best cars only intensified with each setback. But here's the thing about Ferruccio: he didn't let anything, not even the competition, slow him down. With his relentless determination and a team of highly skilled engineers, Lamborghini continued to push the envelope. It wasn't long before his cars began to make their mark on the world stage, showing up at prestigious events and even on the big screen. But of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Financial struggles, tensions with his employees, and even the rise of new competitors caused some rough patches. At one point, the company even faced near bankruptcy. Yet Ferruccio's vision never wavered. He poured his energy into creating even more stunning vehicles. The result? The iconic Countach. The Countach was revolutionary, a car that screamed speed, but also screamed luxury in a way that had never been seen before. With sharp angles, a bold design, and that unmistakable Lamborghini roar, the Countach became the face of luxury in the 1980s. But as we know, all great things must face their share of challenges. Ferruccio eventually sold his company due to personal reasons, but his legacy, much like the cars he created, would endure forever.
Legacy, endings, and the final lap.
As the years passed and Ferruccio Lamborghini's direct involvement in the company dwindled, the Lamborghini name continued to soar into the stratosphere of automotive excellence. Ferruccio, the visionary founder, stepped away from the constant hustle of the automotive industry, leaving the company in the hands of new ownership and fresh management. But despite the changes, one thing remained undeniable: the legend of Lamborghini was here to stay. After Ferruccio sold the company in the 1970s, Lamborghini's cars took on a life of their own. The brand remained synonymous with luxury, speed, and technological innovation, even as it faced changes in ownership and direction. The Diablo, which arrived in the 1990s, was a true testament to the vision Ferruccio had started: a car that represented both power and beauty. With its sharp, aggressive lines and a heart-thumping V12 engine, the Diablo became a symbol of wealth, performance, and rebellion against the ordinary. And then, of course, came the Murcielago, a vehicle that arguably took Lamborghini's design and performance to even greater heights. With its unmistakable look, powerful V12 engine, and an even more refined driving experience, the Murcielago solidified Lamborghini's place as one of the most coveted names in the automotive world. The Murcielago, like the Diablo before it, made waves on the racetrack and on the streets, attracting attention wherever it went. And still, the Lamborghini legend grew, with each new model continuing to push the envelope in terms of design, power, and prestige. But behind every sleek car, every roaring engine, and every high-performance machine, there was still the soul of Ferruccio Lamborghini, the man who started it all. Ferruccio was no longer in the limelight, but his influence could be felt in every corner of the company he had built. His spirit lived on in every V12 engine that hummed to life, in the unmistakable sound of the exhaust, and in the finely crafted design of each car that left the factory. Ferruccio had shown the world that passion, dedication, and an unwavering refusal to accept mediocrity could lead to greatness, and that message would forever be woven into the fabric of Lamborghini. In his later years, Ferruccio Lamborghini sought a simpler life. Having left the fast-paced world of high-performance cars behind, he retreated to his vineyard in the peaceful countryside, far from the roaring engines and the whirlwind of automotive competition. But even in his quiet retirement, Ferruccio couldn't escape the world he had built. He had transformed from a tractor mechanic into the founder of an empire whose legacy would continue for generations to come. As Ferruccio looked back on his life and career, it was clear that he had accomplished more than most could ever dream of. He had revolutionized the automotive industry, challenging the status quo and creating a legacy that would echo through the ages. In every Lamborghini that roared down the road, Ferruccio could hear the symphony of his dreams coming to life. He could take pride in knowing that he had built something that would not only stand the test of time, but would continue to inspire future generations to dream big, aim high, and never settle for anything less than excellence. And so, Ferruccio Lamborghini's journey came full circle. From the young boy working on tractors to the man who built a sports car dynasty, he had achieved everything he set out to do. He had created a world-renowned brand that would forever be associated with speed, power, and prestige. But perhaps the most important legacy he left behind was the belief that with passion, determination, and a willingness to break away from the ordinary, anyone could change the world. And as Ferruccio entered his final lap, he could rest easy, knowing that the roaring engines of Lamborghini would continue to race into the future, forever bound by his vision, his genius, and his unrelenting desire to make the world a little faster, a little more beautiful, and a whole lot more thrilling.
Legend lives on.
The Lamborghini brand has undeniably outlived its creator. But Ferruccio's spirit remains alive in every car that bears his name. From the groundbreaking Aventador to the stunning Sienne, Lamborghini continues to reign supreme in the automotive world. Each new model that rolls off the production line is a testament to the vision of a man who dared to challenge the establishment and turn his dreams into reality. Ferruccio Lamborghini's legacy is not just etched into the past, it drives the future of the automotive industry, inspiring a new generation of car enthusiasts, engineers, and dreamers alike. But here's the key. It's not just about the cars. Lamborghini's story is about resilience, about fighting against the odds, about pushing boundaries when it feels like the whole world is telling you to slow down. Ferruccio's journey began from humble beginnings, working on his family's farm, and through sheer grit and innovation, he transformed into a visionary who would change the course of automotive history. He took his frustrations with existing designs and turned them into an opportunity for revolution. And in doing so, he created something much bigger than just a line of cars. The Lamborghini story is one of refusal to settle for mediocrity. It's the tale of a man who believed that excellence wasn't a mere luxury, it was a necessity. When Ferruccio decided to enter the sports car industry, he wasn't just thinking about horsepower and sleek designs. He was thinking about crafting machines that would make a statement, that would represent speed, power, and perfection. He wasn't content with the status quo, and this desire to innovate was the driving force behind his empire. Ferruccio's legacy, therefore, is not only reflected in the roar of the engines or the precision of the engineering, it is also embodied in the passion and dedication that Lamborghini cars inspire in every enthusiast. From the engineering team tirelessly crafting each model to the lucky drivers who take these masterpieces out for a spin, Lamborghini has fostered a community of people who share Ferruccio's drive for greatness. It's this connection that has allowed the brand to transcend generations. So the next time you see a Lamborghini speeding down the road, take a moment to appreciate more than just its beauty and speed. It's not just a car. It's a symbol of a dream that began in a small workshop and grew to dominate the world. It's a reminder of what's possible when you refuse to accept limitations and believe in your vision. That dream, that legacy, is alive and roaring through the ages, continuing to inspire anyone who dares to chase their version of greatness. Ferruccio Lamborghini's life is a testament to the power of passion, and it's a legacy that will continue to burn bright for years to come.